Welcome back to the channel. Today we will once again explore the tumultuous journey of CEO James and the woman he loves, Lie Too Deep. Once a love full of promise and salvation, their story has now become a fragile thread stretched by misunderstandings, pain and manipulation. In the previous episode, Diep disappeared without a word after a momentary misunderstanding led her to believe that police officer Lee had injured James. Heartbroken, she disappeared into the cold winter night. Where she went, no one knows. With only the pain in her chest and the clothes on her body, Diep wandered through unfamiliar streets, the bright city lights providing no warmth. Phone, money, ID card, all gone. Every step was a punishment. The city that once seemed like a prosperous place is now just a trap of confusion and despair. Cold, exhausted, and on the verge of collapse, she sought shelter behind a tattered tarp near a construction site. But even in that shadow, danger lurked. A drunken stranger approached, with a grimace, an aggressive look on his face. Diep tried to run. She fought, bit, kicked, and escaped. But not before he ripped away the necklace and earrings James's mother had given her, symbols not only of acceptance but of the family she had longed for all her life. She didn't cry for the stolen jewelry. She cried for what it meant. Shaking and out of breath, she made her way into a deserted alley, collapsing against the wall of an abandoned house. That night, there was no sleep, only silence, sadness, and unspoken questions. Why did trust crumble so easily? Why wasn't James there for her when she needed him most? At dawn, a middle-aged woman passed by and found Diep lying there, raging, sunken-eyed, lost. Without hesitation, she brought bread, milk, and an old coat. "Eat something. We'll figure it out later," she said. Diep was touched but still wary. Her survival instinct, to trust no one, had overridden her desire to help. She gently declined the offer, though her voice was still trembling with emotion. The woman left without pressing her, saying only, "If you change your mind, I'll sell drinks next to the horoscope." That moment of quiet compassion lit a fragile flame in Diep's soul. Hours later, Diep's hunger was more intense than her pride. The scent of simmering broth lured her to a roadside eatery. Exhausted and embarrassed, she offered to work for a meal. The woman behind the counter, her eyes gentle and non-judgmental, simply said, "Eat first." "Then we'll talk." For the first time in days, Diep sat down at the table as a person, not a ghost. The steaming bowl of pho before her was more than food, it was dignity. A reminder that she was still human. After the meal, she washed the dishes, her hands still cold from the cold water and soap, but her spirits, for the first time, began to settle. As she tried to refuse the money, the woman slipped a few folded bills into her hand. This isn't charity. This is your paycheck. You deserve it. Keep your dignity. Diep's tears fell again, not from sadness, but from gratitude. With trembling fingers, she held the money as if it were warmth. It wasn't much, but it was a start. Meanwhile, James was still immersed in a fog of confusion and grief. Trang, who had secretly loved him for a long time, seized the opportunity. She inserted herself meticulously into his daily life. Meals cooked by her mother, convenient appearances at his office, and quiet words of encouragement when he was too broken to speak. Her parents also joined in. They silently, through their business, media, and social connections, pushed the story forward, a story of inevitability, of moving on. Even Mrs. Ha, James' mother, began to feel the pressure. James, however, remained resolute. When Trang invited him on a business trip, hoping that the distance would dull the memory, James refused without hesitation. I am still waiting for Diep, he said. If not today, then tomorrow. No matter how long it takes. Trang stood still. She had expected the answer. But when she heard it so clearly and decisively, something inside her broke. Still, she nodded. Even though Diep is gone, I understand that I cannot replace her. Behind the scenes, Trang's father had a new plan. If James didn't give in, maybe Mrs. Ha would be persuaded. The next day, Trang's mother visited Mrs. Ha, bearing gifts and greetings. As they chatted over tea, the conversation turned to James's deteriorating health. Trang's mother gently, carefully, suggested a trip, just a short vacation, to Europe with Trang. Gradually, Mrs. Ha's objections softened. If there's still no news of Diep, then maybe, she muttered. A seed had been planted. Now all they needed was time, but James wasn't done yet. Unwilling to wait passively, he turned to his best friend, Hung, a powerful CEO and lifelong confidant. James suspected Diep had left the city center, and he needed help to widen his search. Hung, despite his own struggles, his newborn was in intensive care, did not hesitate. I'm your brother. Don't thank me. Just don't give up, he said. James sat in his office long after the call ended. The streets were quiet. His heart was still heavy, but now, it was beating strongly. Diep was out there. He had to believe it. Can Diep, defeated but not broken, find her way back from the chaos? Will James' love, relentless and unwavering, be enough to pull her back home? Or will the silent games and public pressure succeed in rewriting their story? This love was once whole. Will it be whole again? follow us as the next chapter unfolds. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on this heartbreaking yet beautiful story.